Hello fellow racers, my name is Georgier and welcome to this video where we will be doing the Petronas eMotorsport Challenge in Race Room on the newest Sepang International Circuit. As you can see, I'm top on the leaderboard at this moment and I'm gonna just walk you through some of my settings of the car, see if it will improve your times and maybe it will help me as well to improve my time, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna go to the garage here, and first of all, this is the default setup, as you can see, and I'm gonna split the screen and show you the differences between my setup and the default setup. So I'm just gonna load my setup right now, split the screen, and as you can see, the differences between default setup and my setup are quite big. First of all, when I go on the track, I really need to know what the default setup do, if the wings are okay, the top speed is okay, the speed corner is okay, and yeah, then I just start changing the cars mostly. First of all, the final gear, I didn't touch it mostly, I just get the shortest gear up could. Second thing, the traction control, I really don't know about this car because I was doing it all time wrong. I have been using preset to 0 and it just slows you down on the exit of the corners. I don't know why on the hairpin, so I'm at this moment using 45% for the preset. It's quite okay. I don't know if it's okay, if it's the best one, but it works for me. Differential, I use the 40% power because I don't want both wheels to be spinning all the time. I need to get this car is really like snapping, so you have to have a little control over it. So this means if you have lowest, if it's correct, if I'm correct, it means that the inside wheel will spin more than the outside, which gives you a little more overheating tires but better traction. Preload on the minimum with rear wheel card, I don't know any point using more. Coast 40% to have better braking stability of the car. And yeah, the rest is pretty obvious. The springs 340 on the front, really like hard suspension on the front, 160, also very hard on the rear, and most of the changes are on the camber, when maximum camber, negative camber on the leaf, make the wheels like this, and it give you really nice stability on the braking, gives you really nice stability in the high-speed corners and everything. And as you can see, there's a big difference on the rear camber. I like to have maximum speed in the high-speed corners, and this rear camber just gives me really good stability on the rear on the high-speed corners. You don't have a really good traction from the low-speed corners, but I can work with that. Well, about the anti-roll bar, I'm using 125 on the front. Maybe you can go a little higher on the front, so you have a stability on the front and you have better steering into the hairpin corners. And the rear anti-roll, I'm using a little higher because it helps me like to spin the car a little bit in the slow speed corners and also in the high speed corners. About the wings, I don't know if this settings is alright, but it works for me. I have very nice high speed with this car, and I can in the middle of the track there's a really high speed section, 2 S's, and I really need to go full throttle over there. With this height, you have really good stability, but make sure you don't hit any curbs, because on like 3 parts of the track, you want to go on the curb, but just don't. Toe in, maximum toe in, again gives me stability on the braking in the slower corners. I'm not sure if it's alright for the tires, but it works for me. And bump and rebound, that's something I'm lost in Race Room. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Basically for me, I think if you go for the lowest bound rebound, you have like, it's very good for bumpy tracks, and the same on the rear. I usually use lower for the front and higher for the rear, and it somehow works for me. This track is not so much bumpy, so it's okay. So yeah, that's my setup. So if you want to download it, it's download link is in the description. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, and let's do the hot lap. Let's see my fastest lap.